Yo, boys. This is the exact setting process that has taken me to $6,000 a month in commission as an appointment setter, and it's also helped me generate over $500,000 in revenue for businesses. It is everything I know about setting printed onto a piece of paper, in this case, a Google Doc. But yeah, let's get started. So, how the framework works is we want to start with an opener, dive into the dream outcome, their current situation, time frame them, go into their struggles, pitch help, pitch goal, pitch calendar. It's pretty simple, but very effective. So, openers. What goes into a good opener? A good opener sets up for success. And if it's bad, we'll never get past people who might have been interested. How do we message them better? That's why it's important. It will also set the right authority, frame, and connection with the prospect. It should acknowledge it, follow. It should be inviting, but it should also establish interest in the coaching. This is because you don't want to be wasting time, and a lot of leads like to be very direct, and if they see you just waffling and yapping about random things, they're never going to respond to you. A good opening goes something like this. Hey name, appreciate the follow. Hope you find some of the content useful. Are you looking to get started with, let's say, drop shipping, or just considering it? The idea here is we acknowledge them. We also sound a bit human and build some rapport, and we answer a yes or yes question. Like we give them a yes or yes question. Why? Because we ask them, are you looking to get started or are you just considering it? If they say I'm looking to get started, great, what's good looking to getting started? If they say I'm just considering it, oh, what got your curiosity? Easy. It's a yes, yes question. It's human, yet it's still established interest in the niche. Meaning we don't waste time with a bunch of random questions. We get straight into it, so we can go straight for the sale and just make the most of our time. The dream outcome. This is the most important part of the framework, and all the parts depend on this one. This sets up the gap, which we use to book in the appointment. If you fuck this up, your whole conversation is gone. So be careful. We need to understand the prospect's motives and desires if we're to sell them anything, because we buy based on what we want. So a good low barrier question is like I said earlier, what's got you interested in starting your own dropshipping store? It's low barrier, and they might share the dream outcome, but most likely we're going to get a very shallow answer. An alternative is like, so what would you be hoping to achieve by launching your own dropshipping store? And we need to find the actual deeper goal. So most people give you an income goal, 10K a month, very basic, 5K a month, whatever it may be. This is not a goal. People do not buy because they want 10K a month. They buy because of the lifestyle and possibilities 10K a month will give them. So we dive deeper. What will that 10K a month actually do for you? Another route which might go, instead of giving you like an income, they might say, I want more freedom, I want independence, traveling. This is a good motive, but it's still not strong enough. So what we do, we dig deeper. What do you mean by that? What exactly does freedom look like to you? Why do you actually want freedom? We want them to elaborate and share their goals. We can only move forward the framework once you have a very, very, very clear understanding of what they want in life and where they want to go. This is the first part of the gap. It's up here, where they want to be. Like I said here, only once you have a clear understanding of their motives, like making, for example, good motives are, I want to make the most out of my life. I want to take better care of my family. I want to be the father. I want to be the father I never had. They feel like they were meant for more in this life. They want financial freedom and live like their fullest. They want to replace the 9 to 5, never have to work a job again. Only once we get something like this do we move on. And like I mentioned earlier, these are all the ways to get to that point. This thing is bugging. Okay, sick. Current situation. We already established the top part of the gap. Now we go to the second part of the gap. Where they're at. Where they want to be, where they're at. So, just as they're sharing all their goals and ambitions and just visualizing, imagining, oh my god, like I'll finally have that financial freedom and I'll be traveling the world with my kids, with my wife, she'll be retired, my parents will be retired, wherever it is, right as they're talking about them getting all excited and like hyped up, we crash them back down to their poor reality. This also serves as a financial qualifier to see if they can even invest into our program. So, let's say they give us a motive. We'd be like, what do you currently do for work? Just as they're sharing like, I'm gonna replace my job, I'm gonna do this. Okay, what do you do for work? I'm a janitor, I'm a nurse, whatever it may be. This is a financial qualifier because let's say they say they're a janitor, we might have to like dig a little bit deeper, see how much it will save up. If they say they're like a nurse, lawyer, even doctor, then we know they have money. They can probably afford our program. And then from here we dig deeper. Again, okay, and do you feel like this job is not giving you enough freedom? Or do you feel like the job cannot get to that point of being the father you wish you never had? Being the father you wish you had? Something like that. It's simple and it dives into pain. It gets into be like, fuck, shit, as a janitor, I'll never be that dad who takes his kids on like holidays 10 times a year. Or whatever it may be. If they give you an income goal, this is a very sneaky way to qualify. Okay, so you want 10K a month. How far from this currently? This is a great way to qualify them because they give you an exact income number, so you know exactly how much roughly they have saved up. And once again, if we're not sure about financial qualification, this is very important, guys. If you're booking in unqualified leads, you're never gonna get any sales, meaning you're never gonna make anything. We don't get paid to booking guys. We get paid to booking guys that close. Very important. Okay, when I started out with my own dropshipping store, I had some savings that saved up to cover just from from living 9 to 5. To be going in the right direction, what kind of savings do you have available at the moment? The idea is to be like, yeah, I had a few thousand saved up so like I could go all in and I could quit my job. Are you in a position where you could do the same, or like you have to like balance the two in the beginning? Like, but you can always find a sneaky way to ask this. And if they give us a goal like I want to replace my 9 to 5, we just ask them the current situation. Instead of asking, do you feel like the job going to give because we don't have something like that, we ask them, why are you looking to replace this job? Easy stuff, we get the same outcome anyways. Time frames, very important. Now that we have a gap, we've got where they want to be, we've got where they're at, it's time to extend it. How do we do this? With time frames. Time frames create urgency and it makes them realize that something has to change in their life if they want to achieve their goals. Super important stuff. I see a lot of broke setters doing this and it fucks up their whole conversation. We do not time frame the vehicle to their goals like starting an agency, making 10K a month. We time frame the desire, the actual dream outcome. Living 9 to 5, having financial freedom, taking care of family, if you don't have meant for more, that's what we time frame. For example, if I had a trading offer, how long do you want to be a profitable trader? Dog shit. I see so many beginners setters ask questions like this, and it's so bad. This will never get you anywhere with your setting career. Because why? They found out what trading is like a week ago. They saw one of your ads of you being like profitable trading. They know what trading is, but they saw your ad. They started thinking maybe I can be a trader like a week ago, maybe even 2 days ago, maybe even like a few hours ago. There's no leverage. When you ask them like, oh, how long have you wanted to do it for? 2 hours. What stopped you from starting? There's no leverage. But how long have you wanted to replace your 9 to 5? Right answer. Why? There's so much more leverage. There's years of pain behind that. When I've asked this question, I once had a woman tell me, since the day I started working, like there's so much pain that's how many years? And she was like middle age as well. There's much more leverage there. Like here I break it down. Yes, compared to most like a 9 to 5, which has years of pain and leverage. Yes. Otherwise, like I said, like here I said, you're gonna get answers like a couple of years now, the last decade since they started working. LOL. You see the difference? Pain makes people buy. Leverage it. Struggles. We have to make the prospect admit defeat so that they're willing to open a call. Otherwise, they're going to bring their ego and they're not going to buy. Or they're not even going to book even, actually, as a matter of fact. It can be difficult to get feedback out of people. It's an uncomfortable questions, and people tend to have like a very high ego, and just like they love to externalize things. This is why we warm them up with the earlier parts of the framework. Like I see so many setters and so many other frameworks where they go into struggles and what's been stopping the prospect very early on. And the problem with that is we haven't really dug into the situation. They're never going to admit their struggles to you because they don't realize they have them. What we need to do is make them realize they've been struggling with something. For example, they've always been aiming to get to that financial freedom point. They've been wanting it for years and years, and they've been working this shit job. And when we get a time frame on it, they're like, oh shit, it's been like 10 years and I haven't made a single change. I'm still in the same position as I've always been. That's when you make them realize something has been stopping them. And that's when we ask them what's been stopping you. They'll sit and think, oh shit, maybe I've never believed in myself. Maybe I just need to take that jump, take that risk. Maybe I just need someone to show me the ropes so I can go and do it myself. Make them realize it compared to just straight up asking them, oh, you want to do trading? Okay, what's stopping you from starting? I don't know. You're going to get bullshit because like we need to get context and we need to make them realize something's stopping them. People, we love to externalize things and have high egos and think we're doing perfect, think we've got everything sorted, when in reality we don't. And sometimes we need to ask them the right questions to make them realize, oh shit, something needs to change, something's not right. Okay, so the example questions for this would be something like, okay, what's been stopping you from achieving financial freedom all of this time? Or do you have an idea what might have been stopping you from going out there and getting that financial freedom for you and your family? These are good questions because they're simple and we don't ask them, what have you done wrong? We say, what's been stopping you? Meaning they can give you a softer reason, like, I need someone to help me. Compared to asking them, what's stopping you from doing it? It sounds a bit more personal, it's a bit more like an attack, and we're less likely to get the answer we're looking for, basically. But there are many different scenarios, different types of leads. We have to be careful to approach every single lead from the right angle. Some leads you need to be softer and less direct. For example, let's say speaking to a woman. I don't mean to be rude or a hater, but when you get something has to change in your approach if you are to achieve financial freedom. Because in my experience, there isn't a necessity for things to take so long with dropshipping if you know what you're doing. You see how soft it is, because that way we don't put the blame on her, but we also get her to say what her actual struggle is. Because women ghost so much, and if you're a bit too direct with her, you're gone, you're toast. Um, this mainly applies for women, but there are some men that are a bit softer, which you need to be a bit more careful with. But yeah, sometimes when asking for struggles, we face smokescreen objections, meaning they will externalize and give you some bullshit answer. We have to overcome these, or they'll never book in. Don't just ignore it and send the calendar link. It's not gonna work. A clear struggle is something like, I don't know what to do. I need accountability. I need guidance. Or some specific problems your program can fix. Struggles like, I don't have time. Nothing's been stopping me. I just need to start. These are smokescreens, and we need to overcome them to get tangible defeat from the prospects who they book in. For example, I just need to start. We'll ask them, okay, what stopped from starting like these last 10 years? For example, don't just send the calendar. Another example, um, they're fearful or they're uncertain in the business model. These are common objections, but like these is actually is defeat, but it's not tangible. We need to overcome them. Okay, do you feel like you have the right guidance for someone who's done it before you be able to overcome your fear slash uncertainty? Or we can dive into the pain for a different way, for more questions. How long have you been dealing with your uncertainty? Interesting. And why have you tried to overcome that? Why hasn't that worked out for you? That way, they sell themselves on the idea that they need someone else's help because they've tried to do it by themselves in the past. It didn't work, and if they're to overcome it and to achieve their goals, they'll need someone else to help them out with it. We've reframed them and we've gotten defeat out of them. Now, only once we get a super tangible and clear defeat, like I said mentioned before, like I need help, I'm lost, I don't know what to do, I don't know how to start. Then we move on to the pitching stage. However, we still need to be careful with the pitching. Just because they've said they need help doesn't mean they're like ready to buy. A lot of setters like get super overexcited. Oh, he wants to buy. Send the whole paragraph talking about how much it costs, and boom, they lose a prospect. Also, sometimes they might feel a bit low commitment. They might feel like they might respond like, hmm, yeah, I guess maybe I should start with my dropshipping store. We can't book these guys in, so we have to challenge their commitment. Okay, you feel like dropshipping is the way to go for you now, actually. Yeah, maybe, or yes, yes. Now they're a bit more committed. And here, if we're still not sure about their financial qualification, and honestly, you should do this if you want to get like a massive close rate, and your foreigners and closers will love you. And what would you be willing to invest into yourself to achieve dream outcome? Okay, now we're going to the pitching stage. This is the easiest part, but it's a part where so many setters fuck up and lose money and leads. We shouldn't be pitching the call immediately. Instead, we have to pitch them 3 separate times to get 3 micro commitments to ensure that they book in. We have to get them in the habit of saying yes, yes, yes. Because pitching and the order we do help call calendar. The reason why we do it is because telling someone to book in a call is high commitment. They have to take time out of the day, think about and do it. While asking someone you want to help you out, yes is easy to say. And once you get in the habit of saying yes, we warm them up for the big question, for the big thing, the calendar link. So when we're doing a pitch, we have to leverage all the info they've given us and make it seem like a no-brainer. And then we also need to keep authority. We don't want to be needy. We don't want to be like, I feel like I could really help you out because I'm very dedicated to this, da 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 da. needy. You come off as like a course seller. You're too guru-like. You want to keep your authority. I don't mind giving a breakdown on how you can best get by everything, so you can achieve that financial freedom with your family, or you can overcome your uncertainty. If you like, that'd be helpful. You see how we still pitch the same thing, but in a much higher authority way, because the coaches we're representing, they don't have time and they're not like super needy for every little person that messages them in DMs. They're selective with their clients and they've got shit to do. They're busy business owners, so we need to see them that way as well. Um, I mean, once they have said yes, do we pitch the call? If they have not said yes, or if they ask you a question, don't just move on to the framework. Answer their question and re-ask them, do you want help with this, yes or no? Pitch call. Again, keep your frame, keep your authority. You're the authority figure, you're the coach. Most setters, they downplay the value of the call. I see this so often, it pisses me off so much. Let's hop on a quick call and I'll help you out. Let's see how I can help you out on a quick call. Don't say quick call. This call could change their life. We've built up this whole gap to find out their goals. This call can literally change up, it can literally be that turning point in their lives. Don't downplay, otherwise they're not going to show and they're going to show up with their like credit card ready to buy. It's super weak, it's super needy, it makes the call seem like nothing. The best way to do this is to hop on the call instead of going back and forth with the text so you can get more in depth to your situation. Sounds good? You see how it's authoritative and it sounds like there's some real value there. The prospect respects the coach for setting the time aside for a call and they're going to show up ready to buy with a notepad, whatever they fucking need, with their business partner, with their wife. That way you'll face much less objections and get a much higher show and close rate. Never ever say quick call. This pisses me off so much. So, the last stage of the framework, pitch calendar. Even though they have agreed to a call, we still need permission to send the calendar. Just because they said this is a call, you don't just send the calendar link. No, we need to get a third micromoment, otherwise they're never going to get out of their day and book in. Great, I can send you my calendar so you can choose what time is most suitable for you. Is that cool? Yes. Now we send it. And a bonus tip, when you send your calendar links, send a question with it. Any of these work? Because if you just send the calendar link, they'll see it and be like, I'll book in later. They forget, they procrastinate, 2 weeks go by. If you ask them a question like, any of these work, or something like, let me know once you've booked in for, like send me a screenshot. That way, when you give a CTA, when you give a call to action at the end, they'll see that and they'll be like, oh shit, let me not leave the guy hanging on red. Especially when you ask a question like, any of these work. They don't want to just leave you on red and be rude. They're like, let me respond to him. They quickly book in. Yeah, I booked in for X time. This will massively increase your booking rate. This is like a 50% increase in booking rate. Because people just tend to procrastinate these kind of things. When you give a CTA, not just sending a calendar link, like with a question like, do any of my available times work, or do I want to free something else up? They're much more likely to respond and to book in so that they can respond to you. And yes, that is the basics of the whole setting framework. This is the exact framework I've used to hit 1.2k my first month of setting and get 1.5k base. It's what I've used to hit 6k a month, even in different niches like B2B. This framework applies for fitness, for BizOp, or even for B2B. Just they have to be a bit different, you have to be more like cocky and different in your tone. But generally, this is the framework that you use for absolutely every single type of setting that there is out there. Works for all niches, and yeah, it's going to be 6k a month. It's going to be crazy results. It's literally everything I know. This thing itself is just like super valuable. I'm just giving out to you guys just to give back, and use this framework and you're golden. You're going to easily crush your competition. You're easily going to be the best setter that the business has worked for. This is enough. Just this is enough to get you like easily to 3-4k a month as a setter. Just what you've seen in this video today. But if you want to get better, go to that next level, you have to also do a good post-booking game. I haven't really touched on post-booking here, but a good post-booking game is very important to actually get a high show rate, because they can't close if they don't show. So I will be releasing a video breaking down my post-booking as well to show how I get a 94% show rate on all the calls I book, which is very good, because that means like every single call I book, they're almost 100% going to show, which means my chance for a close is much higher compared to setters booking 5 calls a day with like a 50% show rate. That way only 2.5 calls go through on average, meaning like if you have a close rate of 40%, it's good. So yes, of course there's more that goes into setting, like acknowledgements. You have to be human, you have to acknowledge, you have to send testimonials, you have to send nurture assets, you have to do post booking. There's so much more that goes into it, but this is the rough framework you can use to set appointments and to get great results even as a complete beginner. So yeah, this is pretty much all we need to know in terms of framework. There's more that goes into sales, but of course You learn that with time, with experience, and with networking with the people you're working with. Um, Now, what's also important is your role. Appointment setting is around, I'd say, 50 to 60% what offer you're on. Because if your offer's bringing in cold leads, people that don't really like the coach, you're never able to sell to them. No matter how good your framework is, if the coach's content sucks, it's going to be kind of hard to book in. So once you've learned this, once you've really internalized this, took on notes, learned this whole framework, the next big step is getting on a sick 3 to 5K a month role and just ripping this apart, making some sweet commissions. So yeah, if you need any help in terms of actually implementing this framework or finding good roles, whatever it may be in terms of appointment setting, my Instagram DMs are always open for advice. Don't forget to go there and shoot me a message. I'll be happy to see how I can help you out. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Peace.